One of the main things about archery that I love is that you get out of it what you put into it. So that means how much effort or energy or focus you give it is how good, proficient, or how much fun you have in the end. And that's one of the major reasons why I love archery.
You're watching the Kaminski YouTube channel.
So one thing that's become very apparent on this channel lately, especially when shooting this longbow here, shooting more traditional style archery, are the comments below saying, wow, it's incredible how little you know about any other style of archery besides where my wheelhouse is, Olympic style recurve archery. Why I wanted to talk about this today is because archery is a very unique sport in that what you put into it, you generally get out of it. So how much focus, how much attention, how much practice, how many arrows, how long you spend on the range, or what have you, all of those factors add up to what your outcome or output ends up being. So the more time in general you spend shooting your bow, the better you get. The more time you work on your technique, the better it becomes. The more time you spend on your mental game, the better that becomes. And also the more time you spend on your equipment, the better that can be as well. So it's just very interesting that a lot of people have either just found this channel because of the traditional content that I've been shooting lately, just shooting my trad bow here, having a good time in my backyard basically. And it's very apparent how little I know about this style of archery, or basically any style of archery outside of tournament style archery, and specifically Olympic recurve style tournament archery. Because what I did is, for the better part of my life, for the most of my life up until this point, I really dedicated all of my time, all of my focus, all of my energy, and all of my resources towards performing with an Olympic style recurve, specifically at the Olympic Games. That was my end goal, to make an Olympic team and to potentially have the opportunity to win a medal as a bonus. And that lifelong goal happened twice. I'm very, very lucky, and I'm very happy I spent the time and the effort and the energy that I did into the sport, into what I was trying to do with performance in mind. Now, I'm venturing on a new style of archery here, traditional style archery, a totally different thing that is foreign to me because it's nowhere near as intense, for lack of better terms. Now, the people who are involved in this game are very intense to another level, but what I'm doing here is nowhere near as intense of the amount of control, the amount of focus, the amount of repetitions and things like that I believe I need to do in order to achieve my goal, because my goal is different in this thing. It's not the same. So all I'm trying to say is that one of the major reasons that I love archery is that it is an honest sport, meaning what you do, how much effort, how much time, overall how much you care generally will determine your outcome. Many people will come to me asking me how to get better, how did I do it, what type of advice I can give them, and the main thing is try your hardest, or try to figure out what is the smartest way to try, meaning where do you need to focus more of your time on? Maybe where your weakest link is, or maybe where your strongest link is, depending on where you are in your archery experience, your archery career. Archery is a very therapeutic sport as well. It can help clear the mind. It can help totally eliminate distraction from everyday things like life, stressors, bills you gotta pay, potential issues that you're just experiencing at work. You can come out here, enjoy the great outdoors, shoot some arrows, take your mind off of things, and enjoy it as well. And that's kind of what I'm doing here with my traditional stuff. It's just a bit of an outlet. It's something I can do for fun, just to kind of clear my mind, to kind of just forget about the things that are really unimportant at the moment, at least, and allow me to focus more internally as to what I'm doing and have a little bit more of a therapeutic experience in regards to archery. So no matter what your goal is, if that's to become an Olympic champion like mine was, or maybe a world champion, to be your local club pro, to be a backyard champion, whatever it is, the more time you spend, the more effort you spend, and if you have the ability to give yourself a little bit more deliberative focus, you can achieve those things, and it's almost as if It's a direct line, meaning you have to put in your time in order for those things to happen. You know, that whole 10,000 hours or 10 years of deliberative deep practice makes you an expert in something? Archery is absolutely one of those activities that is 100% true. The more time and the more focused you are during that time you're spending while trying to get proficient, the faster and better you will get and the more of an expert you become. So many people have a lot of lofty goals out there. I'm in support of everybody achieving all of their lofty goals. But you have to understand that archery is going to keep you honest. If you're not hitting the bullseye, you're not hitting the 10 ring, you're not shooting enough arrows, you're not putting in the time, you're not doing the things that should be happening or ideally would be happening to achieve those goals, well, if you're not doing what you need to do, you're just going to get further and further away from that ultimate goal, that ultimate thing you're trying to achieve, because archery keeps you honest. It is you, it is the bow, it is the arrow, and a target. There's nobody at all interfering with my ability to do my tasks, to do my goal, to do my job downrange. There are some people that try to play mind games. It's extremely far and few between, especially they're not trying to deliberately do it. A lot of people are kind of clueless sometimes when it comes to etiquette at archery tournaments from time to time. It happens. It's the nature of the sport. It's really the only sport in the world that all you got to do is pay your dues and you're going to be shooting next to the biggest pro in the game at the moment. You don't have to earn your spot to get there. You don't have to make tryouts. You don't have to do any of those things. You literally just pay your dues and you could be shooting on a line next to a world champion, Olympic champion, or some sort of other expert in archery. It's crazy. And so not all the time are people actually trying to play mind games with you. They're just genuinely curious, or they're unsure of the actual etiquette. Like I said, nobody's interfering with my goal of hitting the middle of the target or having fun or whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, but I got to do my job. If my goal is to actually just have fun, I've got to not focus so much on potential things that can make it unfun or not fun, meaning the stressors, the target panic, bills I gotta pay, things I really should be doing right now, or whatever. I hate shooting all over the place, and if I'm gonna be out here, I'm gonna be enjoying every moment that I have out here because that's why I'm doing this. Or if my goal is to get good, I'm not gonna be distracted about pulling my phone out, walking around, thinking about what's happening at home, I don't know. Insert whatever problem may come up, you have to clear your mind, forget about all that, and pay your dues and focus on what you need to do in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve, whether that be success in score or performance, or success of letting things go and in just enjoying the beautiful weather, enjoying life in general, and kind of taking time to smell the roses. Whatever it is, I hope you achieve it, because you can in archery if you put in the time and effort, and just enjoy it. Now, if you're looking for some resources, some additional things you could potentially tap into if you're truly looking for more performance in archery, I will have links in the description below for many different things, from mental help books as far as how to help your mental game, a few different books in how to help your technique, maybe equipment tuning, equipment setup, body setup and training and maintenance, things like that. Like I said, I'll have a bunch of different resources and links in the description below in case you're interested, because there are some people out there that genuinely are looking for super high level performance, and then there are some people who are just looking for some general help on how to get better and still have a lot of fun enjoying the process of getting better in archery. So, like I said, I just felt a little bit inspired to share this with you because, like I said, I've had a lot of very interesting comments that definitely highlight some stuff in my own abilities in the sport of archery. I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to many things outside of Olympic style archery. I'm starting to learn more about barebow archery, and I know a thing or two about compound archery only because I was hanging out with the pros, the best pros in the world, for more than a decade. And of course, when you're sitting on a bus and you're bored and you got questions to ask, because what else are you going to talk about? I ask about ways to execute the shot and things. Anyway, it's not important. All I mean is, I know nothing about what I'm doing here with this. It's clearly obvious. Ultimately, I'm going to get out of this what I want because I'm putting in the effort in the manner that I want to in order to achieve my goal, and that is to just have some fun. I'm gonna spend some more time just shooting some arrows and having a good time out here and enjoying this weather before I go inside and edit this video so you can watch it. And there really is nothing better than that. Enjoying shooting archery, having a great time, and learning some things about myself as I go through the process.